everyone, my name is Manita. I'm 8 years old and I'm going to tell you today how to code for a Lego EV3 robot. Now I'll tell you the logic behind the coding part and the machine. First, I'll tell you the coding part. This is the loop. This is the loop. But why are we using it? This is so that it doesn't finish if we put our hand under the sanitizer only once. Like, if we put our hand underneath the sanitizer, it will give sanitizer, right? So, now, if I put it like that again, without a loop, it won't happen. A loop makes it go again and again, and that's why we are using a loop. Now, this is a switch button. We can call it a condition button or a if button. So, this means that if the infrared sensor is not equal to, which means that if there is something underneath the infrared sensor, what will happen? The coding part in the cross section will happen. So, it will first go a little bit up, means towards the sanitizer, and then back to its original position. Then, it will wait for 7 seconds. But why 7 seconds? Because when we put our hand underneath the machine, it can go again and again, like without stopping. But we want it to stop, otherwise all the sanitizer will get waste. We want sanitizer at this time especially. Now, all the ports should be 3 or whichever number. Why? Because actually in this EV3, these wires, this is the motor. This is in B and C. The wires are in B and C. So we have to put B and C in both of them. Otherwise, it will not work. Thank you. Now let's start the coding part. This is the program and we are going to make this in another program. I'll tell you how to make it. So first, we need to go to the orange section which we can find. It will come as flow control. Click on that and you will find some switch. Now drag that switch into the play area. Now you have to even drag a loop. Otherwise it will only happen once. Now in this it's written port 1. We want it to be in port 3 because I have put a infrared sensor in the third one. Now we need to go on infrared sensor, compare, and then proximity. Now you will find this. We don't want this, but we want it to be not equal to. Now we have to go to the green section, which we can find over here. It will be called as action. There we can find a move steering block, which we have used a lot of times in our other classes. We can put this inside the loop in the cross section over here. Now we want it to be on for seconds, and its speed can be 38 if you want it to work properly, or if you want it to press more, you can adjust it. And the time should be 0.65. Now take another move steering block and put it just where the first block was. You need to put it beside that block, and it should go forward. Its power should be minus 38, or you can adjust it, but it should be like same. Just a minus should be there. But why are we putting a minus? Just so that it goes front and back. Now we need to put it on for seconds and then change it to 0.65. Now remember, the ports should be B and C. If you have put the wires in B and C, if you have put it in somewhere else, it's okay. You can change it by clicking on B and changing it. I have put it on B, and C you can change it like this, or by clicking on B. I have got C, and this has to be B. Now what is this for? This is for brake at end. Means when it finishes, do we have to stop or keep moving? We want it to brake at end. Now we want a wait block, because not between but over here, because if we put our hand in front of the sensor, means the infrared sensor, then it will sense it and keep on putting the sanitizer. We don't want that, right? So we can take this as time indicator and choose as many seconds as you want. I want it to be 7. 7's okay, right? Yeah. Now over here you see there is nothing else. We want to go to the yellow section, which is called as sensor, and go to the infrared sensor, which is right over here. Drag this into the tick area. Now you can see this is on measure and beacon. We want it to be on compare and proximity, and the port should be on the port which your wire is on. Now this should be not equal to, and the threshold value can be 50. Now why are we doing not equal to? Because if we do equal to, it will keep on doing every time. Not equal to means like the normal background is equal to. When it's not equal to, then it will just put the sanitizer on it. Now after this, we have to check if it works or not.